And the very fact that we had the Utah Education Association, the American Federation of Teachers, the Utah Library Association arguing for retaining material like she couldn't stop it, the image that blazed over her senses, Hunt putting those big hands on her waist and hoisting her.
Ivory.
I'm not going to read the bad stuff, I promise. I will.
State your point of order. Your mic does not want to go on. No, I'm pushing it really hard.
Maybe it's somebody else.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think we know where he's going with that. I don't want to hear that.
Representative Ivory, just if you can keep your
comments. And I will respond to the point that does that not make the point? Does that not make the point? This is a meeting of adults, for Pete's sakes.
I'm not here to debate. That was my point of order.
Okay, point of order has been stated. If you
and I would suggest that the arguments have been made that this should, and I promise I'll blank out.
Well, I think if we can, go ahead and just continue with your comments. But we know we've had a lot of the material sent to us, and we know how graphic it can be. So thank you.
And I appreciate that, Madam Chair. And I don't mean to be gratuitous. I really don't. But the points have been made repeatedly. This is not that bad. This is catcher in the rye. This is what somebody even made a comment of I want to assure you it's not. These are materials in junior high schools, and Madam Chair, please, with your permission, I will.
I think if you want, you can email it to the committee. But again, we have occasionally young people in the room and online. So if you can just continue without reading it, I would appreciate that.
Does that not make the point?
It absolutely does. But go ahead and finish your summation.
This book by Sarah Maas is in junior high schools. It's called House of Earth and Blood. There are several others like this, some even in elementary schools, but they describe graphically sex acts, bestiality. There's a book that's in many schools that gives the address to dark web kiddie porn sites and describes the acts of 8-year-olds performing sex acts on adults in our schools. This is uncomfortable. I agree 100%. But sadly, for 3 years now, I've been hearing, it's not that bad. We need to let people decide. How prudish. And it needs to be taken as a whole, and we need to have local control because, understandably, even the good minority leader does not want to hear this in a legislative meeting. I understand why. But everybody else that came up here said, it's not that bad. And I'm afraid we can't publish it in the newspapers. We can't put it on TV. We can't say what it is in a legislative meeting. And so we get a parade of the UEA and the Library Association and the Federation of Teachers saying, oh, come on.